Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Radwan. I'm a Visual Studio ALM MVP and DevOps practice lead. In this video, we are going to continue on our series about DevOps for Dynamics, which introduce the development for Dynamics, Microsoft Dynamics 365 to new developers or DevOps engineers who they never work with Microsoft Dynamics before. And this is the second video, which is how to prepare a developer machine so you can start developing Microsoft Dynamics 365. So let me first start by going to some of the issues that I faced during the installation and to give you an overview about them, and then going to the video. I have many issues during the installation. The first one is regarding the version of the SQL Server and the version of the Windows Server. And because this is a developer machine, and because I don't have a domain controller, so I installed the domain controller on the same machine. And to have that, it is, of course, it's not recommended with one machine or a developer machine. So I have some issues of that. So I couldn't install SQL Server either 2016, neither 2014 on Windows Server 2012 R2. So I tried many times. So at the end, I went for Windows Server 2012 and SQL Server 2014 Developer Edition. The previous one, it was Standard Edition, so I went for that and it worked fine. After the installation complete, I didn't want to install the report extension because I don't need it, but I tried to create an organization and I couldn't create an organization without having the report extension. So I installed the report extension. This is why you will find at the end of the video that I'm installing the report extension. When I tried to install the report extension, I couldn't install the report extension because the reporting was configured using the default service account or the default built-in account, and I had to change that to a service account, so I changed that first. Also, I created another machine on Azure as well, which is the same CRM 16 upgraded to CRM Dynamics 365, and this was on Windows Server 2016. And the main reason behind that when I tried to install Visual Studio 2017 on the Windows Server 2012, I just found that it is not supported anymore. And I would like to have Visual Studio 2017. And by the way, Visual Studio 2015.6 just released yesterday with some many features. So I like to have that, and I couldn't. So I create a new machine with Windows Server 2012, Windows Server 2016, and in that I use SQL Server 2016 with Service Pack 1 Developer Edition, and everything working fine. I had only one issue, which is there is a service in the Windows called Windows Search, and this service it's installed. It's a Windows component, so it was installed but was disabled, and this was needed for the CRM, and I had to turn on or start this service manually so I can install complete installation of the CRM, and the CRM went well without any error. Install that and upgrade. So let's see the video. So I log into my Azure portal, then going to the virtual machine and click add, searching for Windows Server 2012. Then I choose Windows Server 2012 Data Center. Yes, resource manager. And here I name the machine DevOps CRM 365, the username Emrad1, and the password, just the password that I use with all the virtual machine. I will use existing resource group, which is I used. I prefer 16 gigabyte memory, so I will type 16 and press enter, then view all, so it displays all the available. Then I choose the 4 and 16. I will take the default and just remember the shutdown, auto shutdown now is available. So I will take the default and then click OK. The auto shutdown shut down the machine at 7 o'clock, by the way. This is the default value here. Okay, then wait for some times, then the machine will be prepared. So after the machine is ready, I just download the remote desktop and then start to connect it to the virtual machine. Of course, I'm using the local account Emerald1 and the password. Now I'm connecting to the machine. The first is to copy Chrome. I like to use Chrome browser. So I copy that to the Windows server and then start installing Chrome. Then I start click on add roles and feature. So yes, I will choose Chrome to be the default. Going and I will choose here domain Active Directory. Then I will go and choose the Web IIS because we will host the Dynamics CR365 as a web application at the end. I will choose .NET Framework 3.5. Because I chose the web server, I also will choose the Windows authentication. So just enable Windows authentication for IIS when I access the web application. After the complete, I will click on promote this link to promote my machine to be a domain controller. I will choose a new first, and I call it local domain. This is the name of my Active Directory first. .dev. The password, I will choose the same password for my account. Then click next, of course, and it just take times to create the NetBuy's name. Now it's okay. Click next. Next, just leave the default. Again, this is a developer machine. This is not an Active Directory, a real Active Directory machine. Then I just install. Now, after the installation, I will just go for the MSDN subscription. So I log into my MSA or Microsoft account which is associated with my Visual Studio subscription, and I start going to download the SQL Server 2014. As I explained, it's a developer edition. Just selecting the SQL Server 2014 Developer Edition with Service Pack 2. Yes, I can see it here. Yes, there is just a latency in the virtual machine, but I already clicked and it's almost even downloaded. So I click on the ISO as long as it's downloaded, and this will load the ISO. Then I click Setup to start installing SQL Server. Installation, again, the default installation. This is a developer machine. So new SQL Server, standalone. This is a product key. I accept the license at term. Okay. Use Microsoft Update. So this will add the feature for updating SQL other Microsoft product to the Windows update. Of course, there is some warning because this is a domain controller, which is not recommended. Okay, we will choose the database engine. We need also the full text search, and we need the reporting service and the management tool. Click next. Default instance. This is the first instance, a default. I will make all the service to be automatic. And as we can see, the reporting service is NET service or report server. I will add the current user, and also I will add the domain admin. Okay, next. Install and configure the reporting service. And the SQL Server installed successfully. So now I have the SQL Server completed. Then I will just go for the Windows update and run the update. Let's look at that. So I will say get recommended updates. It just check that. Then click check for updates. This will check for updates. Then I will leave it to check, download, and I will get back after checking and ready for the download. After a little bit, I just get back to check about what happened. While it's downloads update, I went for the domain controller, so I can create a new user, which is the CRM service. This is the service account that I will use to run the CRM. So I create a service account called CRM service. No, it's better to not put initialized. I will put the same password. Password never expire, and I will make the member of domain admins. So now CRM has admin as well, sysadmin as well on the SQL Server, because we add the domain admin on the SQL Server. So I added domain admin. So now he became member of domain admins. Let's look at what happened to the update. Still checking. Okay. 32 important updates, so I will install all the updates and the optional update as well, except the server light, because I don't need it. So I will just selecting install, and this will download and install all the updates, leaving for some times and download the CRM 2016 media. So here we have the 2016 and the service pack 1, so I will download them from here. This is the SQL Server downloaded again, so I will cancel that. Here is the dynamic and the service pack. Now the machine needs to restart, so I restart, then checking for update. There is more 5 updates. This is why it is keep checking for update till there is no more update. It's required to start. I restart the machine. It's only one optional update, so it means that I reached that all updates. So we came to the download. So as we can see here, we have the Dynamics and the Service Pack 1. Dynamics 2016 and 2016 Service Pack 1. Then I start to install Microsoft Dynamics 2016. So I just mount the ISO file to the Windows, and I will start click install Microsoft Dynamics. Yes, I would like to have all the updates, because if there is any update with, then it's better to have it now. I will put the key from my MSDN. Once I put the key, I click next. I will not display that. Then I will accept the license. This will like pre-check if everything is fine. Yes, it's just warning me that some service will stop. I click next at the starting, checking the service and make sure that everything is okay. Now the download and installation has been completed. Then to continue, click next. Here all the components, I will select all of them next. And here the SQL Server, so I will just click type dot, which is the local machine, and this will be translated to a name. The organization unit, this is on the Active Directory, which I can create a unit, but I just use, as we can see here, the database name, machine name is resolved. And for the organization unit, I just choose the root of the domain controller. Of course, again, I can create a unit on the Active Directory for that. And here I will put the service account that I created for running the service, which is local admin. This is the name of the domain, and the service account is CRM service. I'm just putting the password and doing the same for all of them, the same account with the same password. Click next. Here's the default website on the IIS. Here, the server name. Okay, display name here is the organization, which is, as I explained before, a collection, something like it's a database, and it's an isolated entity for managing one CRM. So it's the same as TFS collection. Just entering the name, and here is the default for the currency and many other things. Then click next. Report server URL. This is for the reporting. It's better to check that to make sure that it's working, because maybe the service is not running or it's not working. Login with the username and the password. It is usually taking a little bit more time to load, and of course I write the local domain first because this is a domain account. Just waiting for loading the reporting. Yes, it's working and give me the version, so everything seems working fine. So let's create the organization, get back to create organization. And then I can participate in the customer experience, which help improving the product. Or then click next. So the check seems everything is fine except some warning because this is a domain controller, it's not recommended, and all this kind, as I explained before, this is all these warnings. Of course, if you would like to read more, I just moved the scroller, so if you would like to read that using the video or through the video, click next. Some of the servers that will stop, and hit next again. And as we can see, this will install the CRM. Now it's completed. Of course, it took more time, but I just cut it. So here I'm loading the deployment manager, which is how we manage the admin for it. And we will just click browse for the organizations that we created during our installation of the CRM. Login with my account. And here we can see this is Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So now I have CRM installed. If we open here, we can see this is the main navigation. We have service, setting solutions. So if I go for setting solutions, I can see displayed all the solution, but since I didn't do any development, then it doesn't display anything. I can go for service. We find the accounts, the leads, and customer. I go for the accounts, just navigating the Microsoft Dynamics CRM. Here is the open leads. Then I will just go for the download and start installing the Service Pack 1. Click next. After loading, I accept the license, and this will take some time, so I will cut the video and get back when it's finished. So it's finished. Restart the machine. Browse to see if it's still working, nothing, checking if there is any problem or anything. It seems that everything, no problem. Then I will continue to install the update. This is the very nice website which listing all the updates from a fellow MVP, which listing all the updates and the service pack. So I came here and started getting the latest service pack and update links and start downloading them. As we can see here, this is a service pack 1, and after service pack 1 we will take all the update, or taking service pack 2, which usually is a cumulative, then taking all the update after service pack 2. This is service pack 2 CRM 2016 service pack 2. Then I will take all the update after service pack 2. Open as a new tab. The other one, this one, open as well, and there is another one. Yes, this is. So I have now service pack 2 and 2 more updates. This is for Outlook only, online, okay. Then this is what I have. So I will just go for the link to download them. And the most important is to understand which component to install. Here, this is the component for Outlook, but I don't have any Outlook. I don't configure email, I don't configure reporting extension or language pack. But I need the server only. This is why the first one is the Dynamics 365 server, and we will see that the file name containing server, because we have many files in the download and we don't know which one to download. So I will download the file with the server keyword. So let's see where it is. Server, yes, this is the one. So I will download this file. Just to make sure. Yes. Now I download the file. It is better to just rename it because I need to install them in sequence. So yes, this is just waiting for download because the previous one was an old download file. So I have it here now. Then I will just give it like order. So I will put it 1 because I need to install that first, which is the service pack 2, before installing the update for the service pack 2. Just okay, let's install the second one. I was just to make sure that this is a service pack, the step 1. Here, this is the update 1 for service pack 2, which is the second step, which is this is correct. And the same, I will get the server only because I didn't install all the other components. Just double check. Yes, seems. Go for the download link and download the exe that has a server keyword. Yes, download that one and just put it with its name number 2 so I can know that this is a second order. Then going for the third one, but before that it's better to name the second component. Let me name it first before I download the other one, and I will get confused about which one is 2 and which one is 3. Okay, otherwise I need to check the number exactly. I don't want to do that. So getting back here, this is the service pack 2. Clicking here, same, search for the server keyword. It is the same one, same style. So I will go for the link for the download and download and search for the keyword with the server. Yes, that's it, and start downloading that. So now I have the second update for Service Pack 2, and for this website I have no more. Of course I can download for other update later, but this is for now. So now I got all the updates and I start running them in sequence. Service Pack 2 first, then the update 1. Here is just it. Click next, accept the license, next, next, and this will install the Service Pack 2. Once this completed, I will just go for the second one, restart it. As we can see, the machine needs to restart. Browse just to make sure what it will looks like. And as we can see, if I look at this image, we have Dynamics 365 now, because this profile created, my profile I mean, created with the old. If we go for accounts, it's the same, just navigating. And going back, start installing number 2. I will just go through all of them because they are very light updates, so it doesn't take long time to install them. Accept the license and then click install. Now update to installed, restart the machine again, download and go for installing the second update for Service Pack 2. Very quick as well. Accept the license, next. Then restart. I need to install as well the updates and the Service Pack 2 for any update for the report extension, because I need to install that in order to be able to create organization. So I went for the same places and I start download the updates for the report extension as well. And we can see I already download them. So I just need to install them, but of course I need first to configure or to install and configure the reporting extension. Now I will open the report configuration manager so I can change the account, the service account. So if we go here and choose use account, and here of course it will be local domain, and the service account is what I created for CRM, which is CRM services, service, and here the password for that. Click apply. After that, I will just specify the location for the encryption key. Let's select the location, so I will just put it on the desktop. I will name it as a key and choose the password, and I will use the same password with the account and CRM service. Then this will be created. Of course, I will choose here integrated security, because this is Windows authentication or Windows user account. Click OK. Then, as we can see, it's completed successfully. So here I changed the service, the account running the service from the built-in account to a service account created. After that, it's better to restart the service. So I will just stop the service and run it again. Yes, everything working fine. Then I will add or mount the ISO file of the CRM 2016 so I can install the report extension. As we can see here, the same, I would like to have the Windows update because there is maybe important update with the Windows regarding that. Nothing, and then click next, and this will bring the CRM. It's a small component, it will not take longer time, small time. The same database, and here the verification about the installation. Click next, 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 and this will install the report extension. Once I have the report extension, then I will just start adding the service pack, then the updates in the same sequential process to make sure that I also update the report extension, because as we can, or as we saw, we have, when we saw the update, we saw that there is some update for only report extension, so I need to install them sequentially. So I will close that, going to my download and going to the service pack and start installing the service pack. Yes, also it's a small component, it will not take time to install them. Yes, this is the first one. Go for the second one. Then going for the last and the third one. That's it. So now I have installed the report extension and I can try to create an organization. So let's browse first. Close that. And it's working fine. And then I just go for organization and start creating a new organization, because this was the main error why I installed the report extension, because I couldn't create an organization without the report extension. Just next, next, verification process or system checks. give the time to doing the checks and bring you the result. Now it's complete. Click next, next, and then leave that to create the organization. It takes time to create that, and we'll get back when it's completed. It's now completed, creating the organization or the second organization. At the end, I would like to thank you for watching, and please don't hesitate to contact me for any question on my blog muhammadradwan.com. Thank you.